from Coastal Lovin' Decor. Okay, I'm getting ready to pour this piece and I decided to hop on so you can see what's going on here. What I've done is I've got my frame. I have the back taped up. I've added my blue crushed glass, and then I've added the clear crushed glass on the inside, and I just kind of made it form a wave. A good trick is to use like a cup like this to kind of get your your wave a little bit more rounded. So let's see here. What I do is I just take this cup. You can use whatever cup you want, and that's how I kind of get it at least a little rounded. That's what I do. So then I sit it on here and add my glass. So just a little tidbit if you're trying to make it a little bit more rounder instead of oblong. Okay, so I've mixed my resin, and I use J. Diction High Gloss Epoxy. I have my turtle, and I've got some starfish and some shells, which you'll see. So first, I'm just going to start drizzling along the edge here to get my glass to stay in place. And I'm just going to go around the ends, just like so. And for this size, I should only need about 2 ounces. I did mix extra because I have a couple of projects I want to pour as well. So now I'm going to just start going over all the glass, just like so. And then now I'm going to start pouring some in here. Just going to move that around a little bit. Get all those open spaces. I got some on my frame there. I'll get that wiped up in a second. And I'm kind of, yeah. So we got that going. All right, I'm going to take my heat gun and help get rid of some of those bubbles. I got a few pieces of glass popping out, but that's okay. I can pop those back in. And that looks pretty good right there. And I also want to wipe up that one spot here where I got some resin. Okay, so I have a couple pieces of glass that popped out. I'm just going to push those back in. Just drop them. I was obviously a little too close. Okay, now we're going to add the turtle, which I'm going to add right here. I'm just going to drop him in there. I also have a knobby starfish that I am, let me grab a toothpick. That looks like a bubble. Nope, that's underneath on my mat. Okay, so then I'm going to add this knobby starfish. I'm just going to put it right up here in the corner, like so. And then I'm going to put this seashell right here. And I'm going to kind of just push it in just a little bit. And I will add just a drizzle around the shell. I'm not covering the shell. You can cover the shell if you want. I don't want to cover the shell. Just a little bit there. And then I'm going to add this other shell here. I kind of want to get that kind of in there. Just like so. And then I have this starfish. I'm going to lay right there. And then I'm going to put this one right in there. Now I am going to put a little bit of resin on these starfish. Just like so. And kind of get it in there. And I'm grabbing this toothpick to make sure this piece is in there good. And that looks pretty good. So I'll also take in some alcohol. I put it in a bottle, spray bottle, and I'm just going to spritz this just to help if there's any bubbles in there that I don't see. I'll come back and check it in about 15 minutes, and we should be good to go. Alrighty, so I'm going to slip this aside here. And then I need, now this is an acrylic seashell. I have the paper on the back. This is how it comes. It has paper on both sides. I drilled a hole in it because I'm going to make an ornament out of it. I took adhesive glue all around the edge of this piece, and I've added blue glitter, and I let that dry overnight. I then made this just go with the flow turtle on on my Cricut, and I made a decal and put the decal on it. Now I'm going to cover this with resin and let it sit for 24 hours. I have it sitting on this foil to catch the excess. So I'm just going to lay that there. But before I do it, since I've had it sitting here a couple days, I'm going to take my painter's tape, and I'm just going to make sure that I don't have any. I should have. There we go. I just want to make sure I don't have anything on the center here. And that looks good. Because I've been working with glitter, and you know glitter, it goes everywhere. Alright, so now I'm just going to pour the resin all over. If it goes over the side, I don't have to worry because I have that paper backing. And when I peel this off, I'll end up showing you how it comes off. So I'm just going to smear it on all over. The epoxy is self-leveling, but as long as you have it, your surface covered, because this doesn't take a lot of resin. And you'll be good to go. So I'm just going to go like so. And I'm going to sit it down on the mat here, or on my cup. And I'm just going to put just another dribble in here. Just to fill it up a little bit more. Make sure your surface is level. And now I'm going to take the heat gun to it. Just for a little bit. I think I want a little bit more over here. Just want a little bit more. That looks good. So I will do a video on how I made this from start to finish. And that looks pretty good to me. Just put a little bit more. And then I'll also spritz this. But I'm going to move this over to the side. And I don't know. Yeah, I better grab the cup. Let me grab the cup. I'm going to move that over out of the way. And let that sit overnight. Okay. Now, I've been doing the snow globes. I've been using the mixed mold. I haven't used resin on it yet. I will show you the mixed mold method as well. So on this one, I am going to, I hope I'm in the frame here. I am going to add a church, because this is going to have to be done in two layers. See, I got glitter everywhere because I've been working with glitter. So, alrighty. Oh, and I forgot there's a starfish I was adding on to that ornament I was doing. So I'm just going to drop it on there. Okay. So, this is, I made this and this from, let's see, this is from Formflex Compound. This one here actually is from the mixed mold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a ornament with this. I think I have enough to get this started. So I want to just get this spread because I want to add the church and the snowflake. And when you're working with this mold, you have to work backwards because what you see here is the back. All right. So I'm going to put my church in right here. Actually, I'm going to put some resin on it. Just to help it. Attach to the resin that's already in there. I'm not sure if anybody else did it this way, but this is how I'm doing it. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So now I'm going to, and one more thing I want to do. I want to spritz that with the alcohol. Get out the bubbles, because I don't want bubbles in this, because this is going to be clear. So I'm going to lay that church right in there like so. And then the little snowflake, I'm just going to add it up in here. Just like so. Oh, this side I want it. I got to remember you're working backwards. So I'm going to put that right there. And we're just going to cover this up like so. And that looks pretty good. And then I actually can come in here a little bit more, because I'm going to do a second layer. So I'm going to fill in this first section here. And that's all. I'll do the rest later for the second. And that looks pretty good. So I want to also add a little bit of glass to this. Let's move that there. I'm just going to move this in here just a little bit. All right, and this is the time, I think that's perfect right where it's at. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm going to add some glass. This is what I'm using, the Silver Vintage. I think I got this at Michael's. And I'm just going to drop a few little pieces to make it look like fallen snow. Let's get some in here, up there. I think that's good for now. I just want a little bit, because then we're going to do another layer after this dries. And then it'll look more three-dimensional. So I'm going to take my heat gun once again to this, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then I'll keep checking that to make sure it doesn't have any bubbles. And I might be able to come back in maybe 4 hours to put the next layer on. And then I'll add some more glass. So that's it for now. I will post a photo of my turtle when it's done, which will be tomorrow. I will reveal peeling off the seashell ornament tomorrow, and I'll probably come back on to show you the second layer And then we'll see the reveal tomorrow on that. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just give me a holler. Bye.